All right, very good evening. Well, it's afternoon, it's 5:04. I think about 1 hour from now, the polls will be closing. We want to welcome you to the second edition of the countdown coverage of elections 2025. My name is Andrew Weeks. We bring into you these updates as we see them come in to us. Well, so far for the couple of hours that we have been off air, a number of things have been taking place. Oh Lord, a number of things has been happening. We are seeing people coming in vote that they're not supposed to vote. We have just gotten information as well that a number of persons, over 22 persons voting from one address. I'm going to bring in someone who's going to give us an update on that. We also told that there are some issues at polling places on the east coast of Demerara again. You remember what happened on the east coast of Demerara in 2020? Some issues there. All right, so I'm going to call one of my agents right now on the east coast who's going to give us an update in terms of what transpired at one of those polling places there in Enmore. Let me call one of our agents there to give you an update of what transpired at this polling place. Raylene, we are on the air. Give us an update of what happened at your place of poll on the East Coast. There's a number of issues happening there. Tell us exactly what transpired at one of the polling places there. Go ahead.
One of the issues we would have encountered at the Enmore Oak West Primary School, one of the POs did not give any of the agents' portfolio, and when they sat there and they were going through the motion, I took one of my reps to interchange so that that individual can go and vote. And when she sat there, she discovered that there was no folio there for the representative to follow. When she asked a question on the folio, the PO then told her that is only one folio came in their ballot box. And then when she kicked up a storm, then they found the folio from in the said box, from in the said box that they would have gotten their documents from. They found folios there. And another thing, so the police would have escorted her out because she kicked up a scene on that. Another issue that we had was a person went to vote on behalf of another person. When that individual went to vote, they then a person that had already voted.
Oh, so you had somebody voting in the place. So
why
somebody
they
was
would have
voting in the
come-
place of somebody. Now what you're saying?
Yes,
Wow.
correct. That is at the Enmore Old Primary School.
Oh, so
And that would have been as a result of persons not getting the folio so that they can identify the person that would have came to vote first. So when the agent kicked up a storm and they got the folio, when she went through the folio, the person that was supposed to vote is now standing in front of her and the ballot was already cast for her.
did you get a name of the polling officer, the agent, the GCOM officer that told you that they only got one folio book?
So I wasn't the one that was directly told. My agent was. At this present moment, she's currently sitting in for another agent so that she can go use the washroom.
Okay. All right. Get us the name of the person, the GCOM official there, who told you that there was only one folio book that she could find. And these are some of the things, as you could remember what happened on the east coast of Demerara in 2020. A number of these, you can't find folio book, you don't know who voted, you don't know where it came from, you don't know anything. And so
I would have told them.
yeah.
I would have told them because I would have experienced the packing of the ballots, and I would have told them the amount of folios that was placed into each box for them to expect it, because GCOM portfolio to every agent in that box.
Yeah.
So when we would have learned that they're saying that only one room.
Yeah. Okay.
So the girl tell them, the girl told the girl told the presiding officer, since they don't have one, let they go and borrow from the neighbor, and that's how he whipped out the other folios and gave to the agents.
Okay. Really. Oh my. What other things have you heard on the ground on the East Coast there that you think that we need to know about? How has polling been? I mean, besides all of those discrepancy there, have you gotten any other information pertaining to the polling places that have gotten other issues? Or what about the turnout? Do you think the turnout is good? Have you been getting good turnouts in those areas?
The turnout is not that, it is not that great. It's currently a one vote every half an hour or so. Maybe I think that is because persons would have went to work or what have you, but the voting at some polling places is rather slow. It is so slow that persons are getting tired.
All right. Okay. Really, thank you.
Then when you look around,
yeah, go ahead.
when you look around, PPP have representatives all around with lists and collecting persons' ID card and checking their information when they have an information clerk right at the polling places.
All right. All right. Keep looking out. Keep vigilant. We're gonna check in back with you in a few and see what other information you got for us on the East Coast. Thank you so much. That's Raylene Fraser, one of our agents on the East Coast in Maury area, giving us that update there that persons have been getting some problems with GCOM officials there, and so she's keeping them on their toes. We also found, ladies and gentlemen, we also found that a number of Bangladeshis have been voting. Now, take a look at this. We found that this voter from Bangladesh says that he is a Commonwealth person, nationality is a Commonwealth. Really? Look what the caller, the person who posted that information said, excuse me, since when nationalities are Commonwealth? You know, the Bangladeshians, you know, voting. And we have gotten some clips of them. We have gotten some clips, some photos of these Bangladeshians voting at the place of poll. This is one that we have found there. And I'm going to bring in Mr. Jaipal Sharma, who lives on the East Bank there. He's going to give us some update on what happened, what transpired there. So these are some of the Bangladeshians that we found that polling places lined up. They came in buses. Buses, look, that's the bus that they were bussed in to come and vote. Look there again, these are some of the Bangladeshians call themselves Commonwealth people. We are members of the Commonwealth. Really? All right. Let me begin, Mr. Jaipal Sharma here to give us some context on this this whole episode here that happened recently. Mr. Sharma, let me bring you in. Jaipal, good afternoon. Welcome to the update program here. Jaipal, give us your take of what's happening in your community, in your place of voting. What have you been hearing so far on the ground?
Good afternoon to your viewers and listeners. Well, you know what happened this morning at the Diamond Secondary School, where a candidate of the PNU would have broadcast a huge bus, a large bus, moving with were all Commonwealth citizens, and we understood that to be residents of Diamond in Fifth Street, Diamond, and we understand their nationality was of Bangladesh. But we know Bangladesh is a member of the Commonwealth, and somehow we don't know when orchestrated long ago by the PPP, when they were roads, and as a result, they gave them a national identification card. Now, Bangladesh itself, population is about 103 million. And I don't think Guyanese is going to Bangladesh and participate in their election. Or if they do, they can't have a dent in the Bangladesh government election. Guyanese can't. But if those Bangladesh come to Guyana and register as Commonwealth citizens, they could have a significant impact on our results in the national and regional election. And this is what is happening here. So you saw a picture of some men going up the stairs. That is actually the pictures of when the people chased them from the Diamond secondary school, followed them to where they lived, and took that picture out. So these are the Bangladeshi going up into their homes. And you would have saw next picture with a vehicle and a bus. That bus was the bus that was used originally. The pickup was used after this was stopped. And that pickup was carrying them 2 by 2 in pairs and dropped them off close to the polling station and allow them to walk by twos to the polling station at the interval maybe of 10 minutes. And it's so well orchestrated that when they reach the polling station, that the polling station have an alpha split. So both of the individuals went to the same station because the alpha split, they went to different stations. So a person, a Guyanese, going into that line would encounter a large number of foreigners in that line, and they will say basically it's acceptable. But this was what was transparent or this morning in Diamond, and it was broadcast by, I think, Trubes, former member of parliament, and I picked it up and I went myself to see what was happening. It's the Bangladesh. People was walking 2 in a row in various streets and then heading to the so, and of course, when they go there, the fact is they never went in the same polling station because the Diamond Secondary School is a polling place that consists of many polling stations. The polling stations are split in alphabetical order by a surname. So that was what was transpiring there.
Yeah. And we also heard of 22 persons living at one address. Look at here. I mean, look at this. Viewers, take a look at this. We're having 22 persons living at one address. Jaipal, what are your thoughts on this?
Well, probably that same walking into. So that is because they all live in there, maybe about 20, 30 of them live in one building in Fifth Street Diamond. And that is where that picture would show that they were going to their homes. That picture was taken by public spirited citizens that actually followed the bus to that location and picture out of them.
22 of them living at one address. And this could be replicated across the country of persons living at one address, going and vote at polling places with the same card. The GCOM addressed this at their briefing tonight or during the course of the week. Because, and I hope our agents on the ground are filing these complaints and these observations because these are terrible Terrible, terrible observation because GCOMS told us that they have everything under control, that they are ready. And now we're seeing all of these the discrepancies coming out. Jaipal, what do you think about the turnout of polls today?
Well, I'm seeing very poor turnout, in particular PPP strongholds. I visited, for instance, the lowest turnout that I encountered was actually 34% turnout, and that was at Eccles Primary School. They have 5 stations there, and out of that 5 stations, a total of 1,535 electors are supposed to be voting at that location at those 5 stations. At, at about five, sorry, at about 1:15 today, only 522 persons actually voted. And out of that 522 persons, 25 of them used oath of identity, which is very high to me. And also, I would have gathered that 25%, 20 ballots will be intermixed from the disciplinary service at that location. So these are PPP stronghold I'm visiting, and the highest number at 3 o'clock was 53%. Now, this is telling you that the voters list, the OLE, is bloated and extremely bloated. That when you would expect large number of persons, whether it be attending the various polling places, polling stations, and turning out in the numbers in the early morning hours to ensure that they vote early and get off the roads, because with the expectation that people have in Guyana that somehow it would have issues. So people usually go early. Now, if you go in 3 o'clock at PPP stronghold and encountering 53%. If you even consider that every single one of them are PPP, that is a very turnout.
Yeah.
That will tell you that here, this voters list that the GCOM produced, that consists of 757,690, is massively bloated. And this will also lead to the reason why the PPP, after 2 years, cannot share the census with us. After spending 2 billion and 2 years later, the first 3 pages of the census of any year will tell you the population of the country. How incompetent is the PPP, or it was indeed manufactured in that way that they would never release the figure. Also, to have an impact that is this government said that 600,000 Guyanese are 18 years and older, and as a result, they pay 100,000. That was only to justify that they are voters in the quantity of 600,000 and above. So now we understand, we've seen here for ourselves, we don't have 600,000 18 years and above. This is telling me now we need to do a serious investigation and a forensic audit into that that this administration
that is so true, Jaipal. Because
allegedly the 600,000 Guyanese 18 years and above.
Yeah, that is so true because the PPP had big crowds, massive crowds, big crowds at the rally, the bussing and the trucking and the bussing and the trucking, and low turnout in certain areas, big supporters, and in those what you would call strongholds of the PPP, you're having low turnout. Do you think that is a kind of what you would call it, a referendum on the PPP, that their own supporters now are turning their backs on it? We have to see the results during the course of the week. If that really turns out to be what it is, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, exactly. If this is at 3 o'clock, at 53%, it is a referendum. PPP supporter against them, and now we know where those large numbers came out to support the PPP, because they were 10 days work of over 15,000 of them. They were the CSO that put in the indigenous community. They were community workers that had the community program, that they had people weeding the various areas in your community to keep it clean. They had about 5,000 people, and the contractor, the Bangladesh truck drivers, and those people that we seen in Diamond now, they all made up the crowd. When you put on the red, and they call it the red wave, the red tsunami, it was made up of all those category of people being trucked in. But now the reality is there that everyone can see that in echoes that have a number of speakers of the National Assembly is living there, that at 115 you could get only 34% turnout. That is indeed an indictment in relation to how the people feel about this administration.
Referendum, yes. A referendum on them.
Referendum.
Jaipal, have you been hearing also of voters going to polling places and their names? They know that this is the polling places that they have to go and vote, but when they turn up, they're telling them, you're not here, we can't find your name here to vote. Have you been hearing some of those complaints coming from your area?
No, honestly, no. The GCOM staff are doing an excellent job. I believe the confusion is being caused by split and how it was split, and the some of the staff, the information clerk, and not present at the time when they would have walked in, or they don't have one in the first place to start with, and they allow people to search for their own names, and because a polling place consists of many polling stations and have geographical splits and alpha splits, the normal electors don't understand, and they cause confusion. And in causing that confusion, I encountered one case when an Indo-Guyanese guy came up and he saw me, recognized me, he said, who must complain to? Who must complain to? I got to complain to you. They kept me going from one station to the next station. This was, by the way, the masjid, Farm Masjid. I went to Farm Masjid, also no turnout except for 2 stations that had a higher turnout. And the guy was like frustrated. He said, "Look, I'm going to leave now." And he asked me for assistance. I said, "Sir, to assist you, this is the job of GCOM. And once you have an ID card, your name must be in the list." And I asked them to assist, and they did assist him, and he got.
Total confusion. Jaipal, is there anything else you want to tell us before you go? I know that you're keeping track, you're getting your sources, giving to you information on what's happening on the ground. Is there anything else you want to tell us?
You cannot increase those numbers. 34% cannot automatically come to 90% at the close of poll. I'm telling you this. So we monitor the situation, and of course, if it so be, those in authority in our party will do the right thing and call for a recount if the numbers do not match what we are seeing when we visit the various locations.
All right. Thank you so much, Jaipal, for your update. We're going to check back in with you as soon as we can. As soon as you hear anything, just let us know. We're going to bring it to the public's awareness as they're coming. Thank you so much, Jaipal Sharma. That's Jaipal Sharma there for you, all the way in Diamond on the east bank of the Marara. We also, what should I say? Recently, Travis Chase has brought us into the fore with an update on a woman who went to vote at a polling place and found the same problem, where she found her name, or polling place, her name is there to vote at the place of poll, but when she turn up, she is not, they can't find her name. Take a look at this.
We are coming to you live from in front of the West Wineville Secondary School.
5 years, every 5 years, no pay to come and vote.
Where some voters are complaining that they have checked the polling station online. Let me understand what's happening, mommy.
Yes. I come say I was number one upset there. I go to the polling station. My name and that tell me go. So I go back. My name and I want to know why. My sister, my church, everybody don't vote and I can't ever vote. My name and that down. Why me dead mother, me dead sister name that don't me name call that don't? Me vote come. I got vote today. Cause I ain't moving.
Did you check?
understand?
Did you check the list that's
Yes,
printed on the
I
wall?
check the list. No name on that down. I want to know why.
And your entire family voted here?
Yes, already.
So here's the funny thing. Based on the information you gave me, I checked for your polling station online, and I see that it is here, the West Rhineville
Yes.
Secondary School. How do you feel about that?
I feel real bad because I as a girl, I like vote and I got me vote come and I want to vote. I'm moving from here. Today I got vote. Cause I can't show me name on that down.
And you see,
That's some scampness in between. I want to know that.
you see that we've checked the list, and your polling
Yeah,
station is listed here.
Over and over the check. My name on that down. All of me turn down vote, me sister, everybody. And my name can't find.
So let me ask you something. When you presented your ID card to the polling agent, what did they say to you?
They said about finding my name. My name is not on the list.
And your entire family voted.
And my entire family vote already. Every time since I start to vote, it's I voting all the time. And I want to know how this happened this time, eh?
All right.
The girl just got me pushing around all the time. I was number one. I hope to now I can't vote. Everybody come and vote. My family, they come and vote. I can't have a vote. But I move it today, I got a vote. Me vote come.
So what they said to you?
They say I got all and they send me all over. Never finding nothing. They got to check website and this and that. When you check website, they say, sir, me name that down. Me name on that no other place.
Thank you, Miss Moses.
Yeah, welcome.
Yeah, that's Miss Moses, a security officer, complaining to you there about her name not being on the list to vote here at the West Rhineville Secondary School, the polling station. Now, the reason I'm here is because I've got numerous calls, particularly from this polling station, where persons were asked to wait. That they check the portal online, and they have seen that this is their polling station, but yet when they turn up to vote, the polling agents are saying to them that their names are not on the.
Exactly, and thank you, dear Travis. And you know, that is one of the issues that we've been finding across the country. At my polling place as well, when I went there this morning, that's my place to vote. When I turn up, they told me that I have to go to W and Z. When I went to WZ, my name is not there. Let me go down at the back. When I go down at the back, that is where my name was found. So there's a lot of confusion, and if persons don't know, you know, if they don't know where to go and get the information, they're going to find themselves in serious problems. Look, we have like half an hour to go before the poll close, and you know, this is the time where, you know, agents need to be very, very vigilant, because the PPP will try their best to rush their supporters to come to the place of poll to vote. Most of them, you know, they're not on the list. So agents and scrutineers, you need to be very vigilant about during this time, because the people want to try and rush people down to the place of poll to vote. And so we're going to keep you up to date. We want to keep you up to date on it. And we're going to ask you to be vigilant as well out there. You know, the poll is going to be closing very soon at 6 o'clock. And scrutineers need to understand that when the poll is closed, they're not to leave the place of poll. They need to stay there, ensure that the vote is counted, and placed on the gate at the place of poll as to how many persons voted at that place of poll. So don't go anywhere. Stay right there. We gotta keep watch on this PPP government, because they're gonna want to try and rig this whole thing. So you gotta keep yourself. I'm trying to check my notes here to see exactly what other messages have been coming in. and I'm not seeing anything really to report to you at this time. But I want to keep my ears on the ground for any more updates. But that is all we have for now. And we're going to ask you to stay tuned. We're going to bring you some more updates as it come in. And, you know, keep you informed as best as we can. So for now, that's our broadcast for now. We're going to be right back as soon as poll closes, and we're going to get some more updates from our agents and our scrutineers on the ground as to what has been transpiring in those places of polls. That's our broadcast for now. Stay tuned. We're going to be right back. Don't go anywhere. Stay right there.